Hello everyone. Last video we discussed about general classification of road, then the classification of road according to Nagpur Road Development Plan, in which we see the national highway, state highway, major district road, other district road and village road. Okay. Now in this video we learn about the classification of urban roads, then the alignment and the factors affecting alignment of road. So let's start the video. Now our first point of this video is the classification of urban roads. Okay, the classification of urban roads. Urban roads are classified as four categories. That is, first is arterial streets, then second is subarterial streets, then third is collector street, and fourth is local streets. In next slide we see in detail. So the classification of urban roads, first is arterial roads. Okay, so what is arterial roads? The streets primarily for through traffic on a continuous route but with high level of traffic mobility are known as arterial roads. Means it is a street primarily meant for through traffic, usually on a continuous routes. Okay. Then the second is subarterial roads. The streets primarily for through traffic on a continuous route but have a lower level of traffic mobility than the arterials are known as subarterial roads. Means in these the pedestrians are allowed to cross only at intersections. Okay, the pedestrians are crossed only at intersections. Then the third one is collectors streets. The streets which provided access to arterial streets and they collect and distribute traffic from and to local streets is known as collector streets. Means it collect and distribute the traffic to and from the local street. It also provides access to arterial streets. Okay, and the last one is local street. The streets which provides access to abutting streets are known as local streets. Means these streets does not carry large volume of traffic. So these are the classification of urban roads. Now our next point is road alignment. Okay, before fixing the road alignment we had to carry out the field survey of that particular site. Okay, after collecting the data from the survey, then the point is road alignment. So first we see what is road alignment. The course or route along which the center line of a road is located on a plan is called as road alignment. The course or route along which the center line of a road is located on a plan is called as road alignment. Means it is a center line of a road which is located on a plan. It is a center line of a road which is located on a plan. Okay, before starting the actual construction, the center line of the road is first marked on the plan and on the site. Okay, the following points should be considered while aligning a road. So the first point is the alignment should be straight and short as possible. The alignment should be straight and short as possible. Then second is there should be least number of crossing, bridges, culverts in the alignment of the proposed road. There should be least number of crossing, bridges, culverts in the alignment of the proposed road. Okay. Then the third is there should be minimum of cutting and banking. Then the next is alignment should not pass through dense forest and cultivate land. And the last is the alignment should have easy gradient and smooth curve. Okay, so these are the very important points while considering at the time of fixing the alignment. Okay, the alignment is the center line of road which is located on a plan. Then the next point is factors affecting the alignment of road. So these are the some factors which affect the alignment of road. So first factor is need of traffic. First factor is need of traffic. So in this factor, for fast moving traffic, the alignment must be as straight as possible, and for slow moving traffic like bullock carts and other, it may have sharp bend. Okay. Then the second is purpose and class of road. The alignment should be selected according to the purpose and class of roads. Means the national highway connecting two important towns should be kept perfectly straight as far as possible. Then the third point is obligatory points. It means the alignment should pass through obligatory points such as intermediate important towns, then the group of towns. Then the next factor is curve. Curve must be as flat as possible. Then next is gradient. While aligning a new road, the gradient should be flat and less. Then the next is railway and river crossing. The alignment should cross river or the railway line at right angles. Then the next is availability of laborers and materials. The alignment should provide proximately to labor and material required for the construction of road. Then the last factor is obstructions. The alignment should be free from any obstruction. Okay, so these are the various factors which affects the alignment of roads. Now the next point is drawings required for road projects. The types of drawings that constitute the road project are locality map or key map, then second is index map, then third is preliminary survey plans, then fourth land acquisition plans, then next plan and longitudinal section, then next typical cross section sheet, then next detailed cross section, then next drawings for cross drainage, then road junction drawings, and last is drawings for retaining walls and other structures. So the first drawing is locality map or key map. What is meant by locality map or key map? The map which shows the proposed road, existing roads and important places to be connected is known as key map or locality map. What? The map which shows the proposed road, existing roads and important places to be connected is known as locality map or key map. Okay. The size of locality map is generally should not exceed 240 mm by 330 mm. 240 mm by 330 mm. Then the second drawing is index map. What is index map? The map which shows the general topography of an area on which the details are represented by conventional signs is known as index map. Okay, the size of this map generally should not exceed 240 mm by 330 mm. Then the third drawing is preliminary survey plans. The preliminary survey plans shows the details of various alternate alignments and other information collected during survey. Then the next is land acquisition plan. These plans are prepared from the survey drawings for land acquisition details. Okay. They also show the details such as buildings, walls or wells, etc. Then the next is typical cross section sheet. This plan shows the ground plan along with alignment of road and also shows all existing structures like river, and the longitudinal section shows the datum line, ground level, then the formation level, etc. Then the next point is drawings for cross drainage. A highway should cross many rivers and streams, requiring small and big drainage structures. Then the next is road junction drawings. The drawing drawn at the initial stages. The junction drawing should incorporate existing features of the intersecting roads. Okay. And the last is drawings for retaining walls and other structures. Drawings for the retaining wall should accompany the project report and should show the foundation condition and structural details. So these are the various drawings required for road project. Okay. So in this chapter we learn the importance of roads and also its characteristics. Okay, first point is importance of roads and its characteristics. Then the different modes of transportation, in which roadways, railways, airways and waterways also discussed. Then the next point is classification of road according to Nagpur Road Development Plan, in which national highway, state highway, major district road, other district road and village road. Okay. Then also the general classification of roads, in which according to traffic, according to tonnage, according to location and its function. Then the Lucknow Road Plan, in which primary, secondary and tertiary system. Then the classification of urban roads, in which arterial streets, sub-arterial streets, collector streets and local streets. Then the next point we had discussed is road alignment. Okay. And the factors affecting road alignment. And the last point of this chapter we had discussed is drawings required for road projects. Okay. So these are the various points we had discussed in this chapter. So if anybody have any question or doubt of this chapter, then please ask me. Okay. So I hope you like the information and also all the videos of chapter 1. So complete and also all of you understood the chapter 1. So complete all the assignments which are given to you by of chapter 1. Okay. Thank you.